Every day, I try to create something new, but I always remember my roots. Modern grooves meet traditional beats. That's how my music speaks. That's why I love my Lux, traditional fragrance with a modern twist of floral beauty oil for soft, fragrant skin. My roots, my modernity. It's all a part of me.
I am Nandi Madida. I am more than you can see, just like Lex.
96.9 Cool FM. Welcome to Cat Talk with Kayla. It's exactly 5:02 p.m. We're having a great time already in the studio. City of Lagos, what's going on? Yay! It's always a fun time every time, I get on the radio to talk about really exciting stuff. But today is going to be different. We're starting something new and something fresh, and we're starting a new conversation, and we hope that at the end of this conversation we would leave you women happy, fulfilled, and just letting you want to do more with yourself. Okay, so there's a new show. If you follow me on social media at Kayla Oniwo, you would have seen a post that I put out there. It's a new segment on Cat Talk with Kayla. It's called More Than You Can See, and it's powered by Lux. Shout outs to the team at Lux. They are very concerned about women. They're also concerned about how we live and how we, how we just everything about our well-being, just everything about us. And we've had, a series of campaigns before now, and this one is a brand new one. Essentially, what we're trying to do is have conversations around women. As you all know, the International Women's Day took place last month, and the theme was press for progress, and essentially as women we are encouraging each other to press for progress, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's in church, units that you have committed your time and you're being to. We are pressing for progress. We want to encourage one another as women to be able to reach our full potential. Why are we here if we're just living and not enjoying the benefits of being alive, just reaching for the stars and even beyond the stars now? Apparently there's more than the eyes can see. So we've put up some very interesting topics, and if you want to catch on the conversation, first of all you need to do is follow House of Lux on Instagram, and it's at House of Lux NG on Instagram. And the official hashtag for this show is IamMorethanYouCanSee, and I'm going to explain what that means. I had said earlier on that the title of the show is More Than You Can See. So beyond the physical, people say things like, oh, when I meet someone, there's more, maybe you meet someone and you just have a perception about the person. I'll give you an example. Maybe you meet somebody that really loves to wear makeup, like my guest who's coming after the show. She's very beautiful, she's passionate about her makeup, and then you just have a certain impression about her, and then until she opens her mouth to speak, you find out that she's a certified cosmetologist, she's been through this, she's been through that. You're gonna hear a story when we're done with the show, and then you realize that beyond this that we can see on the surface, there is actually more. And I think that's the story for a lot of women. Everyone comes out on social media and we kind of tell you what is going on in our lives. I'm very happy we're getting a little bit more personal. People are beginning to speak up about things that they've gone through to get to where they are. There are a lot of women who have pretty much achieved their full potential, who are living their dreams, who are, they've decided that this is what they want to be, and they have found ways to go about it. And they found ways to go about it, and they're really doing it. And there's some women who are out there who really want to achieve those dreams. They've set out a plan, but they just can't go forward. And there's so many things that are holding them back. Whether it's by life experience, maybe the things that they've said to them when they were growing up, or the place that they are at now. There are just so many things that are limiting them, and that is what we're going to be talking about on the show. It's really going to be fun, but I want to just encourage you to open up your minds, and open up your hearts, and you can talk to me. I'm going to open the phone lines at some point. If I share my story, and I think I may have shared my story from time to time, maybe not as a block, just sitting down, just giving you my life story. Even the most successful people, when they sit down and tell you where they've been where they've been through, or the roads that they had to take to get to where they are, you'll be like, whoa, and we all know that. And it's not enough that we're talking about it. We need to, some people say we've heard it before. No, we need to keep talking about it, because we have people out there that are listening, and you might be listening to me, that you're just there thinking, man, I just can't make it in this life. Like, there's no way for me. I'm a woman. Like, this thing, they've already told me that I can't do it. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm excited because we're going to be sharing real life stories as well. There are people, honestly, like every day you see them on social media. There might be mechanics, there might be engineers, might be doctors, even models. You've heard stories of models transitioning from being just models to women who go out to empower other women because of their experience. So that's what we're doing on the show today. So I want to start with our very first topic. Just in case you tuned in, yes, this is the More Than You Can See show, brought to you by Lux. I've said that you should follow House of Lux NG on Instagram to get more information and to join the conversation, because I'm going to, leave you with something that, or like a question, or like I'm going to just like tell you something that you need to do on social media, and you have to join the conversation by sharing your stories, and I'm going to give you all that information before the show ends. Okay, so first topic is, do women hold back? And I know you might be a man listening to us as well. Sometimes we have friends, or even male friends or partners, or even our fathers, that have sort of pushed us to being what we want to be, and sometimes we may not see that we're holding back, or we may not see that we're holding ourselves back from doing more. Some people say, I just want to be on this level. I beg, is enough, I don't want again. Sometimes we're the ones who actually take that decision to say, you know what, I think it's okay here. But in your mind, inside of you, you know that you want to do more. Inside of you, you know you can do more, but you're just like, let me just not go. I'll give you an example. Okay, somebody that I know of, she got a job. Okay, she got a really, really good job outside Lagos. Okay, so let's say she's been working in Lagos, just like I've been working in Lagos now, and then I get a job in, say, Calabar, and it's a good job. The money is good. Definitely anything that would take me out of here would be like big money and stuff. And guess what? Her family members, they actually told her to decline the offer, because one, she was a single lady, and they felt like it wouldn't be nice for her to be living by herself in another state. And another one that I'm sure somebody who's listening to me might have experienced, they felt like the role was too high for a single status. How many of you have been in that situation where you want to buy a car as a woman, but you're thinking, or your mom or your aunt or somebody, even your dad, will say to you, don't buy this car, buy the one that, when the man sees you, you won't think that you're bigger than him. This is our reality. If you found yourself in that situation, I want you to call me up. Let's have a conversation. 271-0969, 271-1969, 271-2969, and 271-3969. Now, you can tweet at me at Cool FM Nigeria, at House of Lux NG on Twitter as well. If you can't get through the phone lines, share with me. Have you had any experience? How did you handle it? What did you do? Did you decline the offer? Did you take on the job? Did you say, okay, you know what? I don't care what anyone is saying to me. This is what I want to do. Regardless of my position in life, I can actually still get married. Or maybe I know of someone who was in this position, and she didn't take the job, and she still didn't get married. Like, it didn't change the fact that she was having relationship problems, and so she didn't take the job. So she just felt like, okay, when the opportunity came again for her to get a higher position, she actually took on the opportunity. And guess what? She actually met her husband in that other state. He was very supportive of her career, and today she is living her dream. Fine, at that time she didn't take it. I know some people will say, maybe that wasn't the right. No, it was the same thing that she did. She went on. Maybe she should have done it a little earlier, because she everything happened really late. So, have you ever found yourself in that situation where you have to just not take on a position, take on a role, or go further in your career because of your status? For example, maybe you're single and you're like, oh no, or maybe you wanted to buy that car like I mentioned earlier, or you wanted to buy a house. I know of a friend as well who wanted to buy a house, and her mom told her, when you buy the house, don't let the man know you have a house. So you know those kind of conversations. You've heard that before, right? All right, so if you heard that before, call me up and share your story with me. Please feel free. We're gonna have that conversation. 2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and 2713969. I want real stories, real people. I just want you to share with me, and you might be inspiring somebody who's listening to us. Maybe that person is in that dilemma right now, and you can even advise the person and just tell the person how you went about it, and you might just inspire someone. And beyond the physical, there's more that we can see as women out there, strong women who are doing so much for themselves. All right, I asked you a very easy question. If you found yourself in a situation at work or in your career, which is at work obviously, or maybe in I don't know, like even in your home, if you found yourself in a situation where you've had to hold yourself back just because of whatever reason and you've not been able to achieve your full potential in life, share with me what you did. And even if you didn't, even if you are in that situation now, I want to know what is the situation, and we can probably find a way that we can help you around it in terms of like just speaking to you and telling you what you need to do. All right, so you can call me up or you can share on social media. Don't forget, follow House of Locks on Instagram at House of Locks NG, and the hashtag is IamMorethanYouCanSee. I am more than you can see. And I think that it's important that we continue to have these kind of conversations, because a lot of women have put their lives on hold. They've actually, they don't even see any future. Like, they just don't believe that they can be who they want to be just because somebody out there has told them this is where your life ends, this is where your life stops. Okay, so if you are that woman, I want to say to you, no, that is not true. That is that is a big lie. When I wanted to go on the radio, I remember when I decided I was going to be a radio presenter. I mean, I studied banking and finance in the university, and of course my family thought, okay, she's going to go off to the bank. But I later discovered that I had a passion for being on the radio. I wanted to do this, and I had that conversation. And my dad was cool, but my mom was like, no, now I think you should work at the bank and everything. And I was like, no, this is what I really want to do. And my dad sat me down and said, okay, if this is what you want to do, then go for it. Go for your auditions. Give it a shot. And I did. I went for several auditions, and eventually I got the job, and I'm living my dream. And even my mom, at the point where I started going for auditions, she was like, okay, you know what? Let me support you. If this is what you want to do, go ahead and do it. And now I am living my dream. I am having the time of my life. And I want every woman to have the time of their lives as well. I want them to have a ball. I want you to do what you want to do. I've heard stories of people who are working in like a certain sector and then they decide that this is where they want to go, and they're like, I've put in so many years. People are going to look at me like, this is your waste. Like somebody working in a bank. I heard somebody that was working in a bank recently said she wanted to be an OAP, and everyone is like, what, madam, with your position? But guess what? She has actually come here to audition, hoping to get a position here. And guess what? She might be a lot happier. So if you find yourself in that situation, how have you been able to sort that out? We're wrapping things up on the show today. Don't worry, I'm going to be back next week at 5.
Every day, I try to create something new, but I always remember my roots. Modern grooves meet traditional beats. That's how my music speaks. That's why I love my Lux, traditional fragrance with a modern twist of floral beauty oil for soft, fragrant skin. My roots, my modernity. It's all a part of me.
I am Nandi Madida. I am more than you can see, just like Lex.